Look, I think at the end of the day, we didn't achieve what we wanted to, but going in and fighting with a great group of people made the season really enjoyable. I think from start to finish, we had everybody buy in, all the players, all the staff, front office, aiming for a common goal. And that's one of the most pleasing things I'll take from the season, and one that was very enjoyable. Yeah, look, I think my first discussions with the club before I signed was, the club had a goal and a vision to win a championship, and again, unfortunately we fell short in those 4 seasons, but I can feel, I guess, good in a way about the fact that we are consistent enough to be at least pushing and putting ourselves in a position to compete for a championship. And I think that's, of any of the good clubs, it's about longevity and consistency. And quite happy for these past 4 seasons to, obviously we missed 1 year, but to put ourselves in that position each year is something to be proud of. I think just as a club in general, like we've grown in 4 years, just learning what it takes to be a winning club. I remember my first year here, we were talking about the quality of hotels that we stay in, the drive from the hotel to game gym, the food that we get after the games, like all those little things. We've been working on this whole time, and I think that's probably the one thing that I've really tried to instill in the club and in the team is like finding the little things that can make like the 1% difference in winning or losing a game. And I think all of those things added up are really, really important.
What he thinks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is part of my growth in B1 and experience in B1, like, watching and learning from defeat and looking at the teams that are consistently successful. You need rebounding and you need defense, and that's one of the key areas of focus that we wanted to make in this past off season, coming into this season. And we did a great job, and we put ourselves in a position to compete for a championship. We fell short. I would have loved to have. I'm not saying this like I'm bitter about it, but I think just having like 1 more year, with the core group that we had and what we built, I think we would have been much better coming in with this, I guess, new style and new focus. But I think this year was more around I guess in B1 and Japan, the style of winning basketball games, especially on the road. I think we won the first one against Chiba 4 years ago. Starting that way, like against such a good team, that was great. Any win that we could get over Ryukyu, obviously, we had some tremendous battles with them over the years. Fantastic. This year, our win in Tokyo was another special one. First time playing away at Tokyo and getting a good one up there. But there's been a lot. I'm probably going to miss some out unintentionally, but it's been a hell of a journey. It's been a fun ride for sure. 6 years ago, I left the New Zealand national team job to take a job in Kagawa, and one of the main reasons was I wanted to test myself as a person and as a coach. Can I do this coaching thing in a foreign country? And if anything, after the 2 years in Kagawa and 4 years here, I won't say I'm by far perfect, or even I wouldn't even call myself highly successful, but I've been able to at least answer that question of can I do it, and I think the answer to that is yes, and I'm really proud of it, but definitely not finished. I got some unfinished business, and we'd love to be at some stage cutting down a championship net and before my time in Japan is done.